Have you ever gone to a local event and thought to yourself, what's more important? Is it more important to go in and have fun, or is it more important to win? But I'm sure there are some of you that ask the question, but Goob, why not have both? Well, that's simple, really. It's just too rich for my blood. So the last couple of weeks, I've been playing a lot of fun decks. I have been kind of grinding out a lot of Godzilla at my locals the last couple of weeks just to get ready for the next season of regionals, because unfortunately I won't be able to do worlds or nationals, but I am getting ready to ramp up for the next season of regionals. So I'm like, I deserve a break. So I have been making a couple of decks, and I decided to showcase them for you today. So if you ever feel the need to guarantee yourself to go 0-3 at a locals, let me present you the deck that I have in front of you. This week I decided to build Zeke Yeager, who says, as a 5-hand 34 health character, static, at the start of your first turn of the game, search your deck for a non-unique backup, reveal it, and add it to your hand. Then he says, form commit, draw 1 card for each of your backups in your stage. If you have drawn 4 or more cards this way, transform Zeke Yeager. Then enhance, discard 1 attack, add 1 backup from your discard pile to your hand. Then when he transforms, he turns into a 6-hander, as you'll see here. And he has the static on this side. Your ranged attacks get +2 speed and +2 damage. And then enhance, discard 1 backup, add 1 ranged attack from your discard pile to your hand. He is on the fire and life symbol. So I decided to kind of delve in towards more of the life symbol side of Zeke. I felt that he was a little too inconsistent for me, and you'll understand that as I go through the cards that we put into the deck. The problem that I have with him is I liked the gimmick of he's really relying on a lot of backups, and really the only other character that's relying on backups in this format is currently the female Titan, Annie. I thought his was just interesting for the simple fact that he wants to play the long game, but then when he flips over, he's just going to go psycho aggro, right? Where I think there's a part of me that just kind of wished that it was just this side that was printed, instead of being able to, or have the capability of just having to transform with them. I wish you could just start as the Beast Titan, and I understand that there's the set 1 Beast Titan. So with that being said, here's the deck that's going to get you to go 0-3 at your local events, starting off with the attacks. So the first attack I have is the Colossal Thermal Blast. Blitz, your rival flips 5 foundations. If your opponent takes the damage, they have to ruin X, where X equals the damage that was dealt. So it's that meme of Beetlejuice of, I really hope you like Italian because I'm actually going to serve you up fried chicken. It's a funny 1 diff. There's no necessary to have it over that. And to be quite honest, if you're playing this super, super, super late, or you're playing it to where you're really only playing on this side just for the 2/2 that you get with it, because it is considered a ranged. But you don't really care for, like, you care more about the flipped effect for this card than I think you really do the ruin, because then it just stops people from using all their cool offensive and defensive tech. But we have that in as a funny one. Then we have one that is an absolute must-of in the deck, but I have 4 of the Beast Titan's Rock Barrage. It's a 3 mid for 5 difficulty, 3 check +2 mid block. That says Blitz, build 1 non-unique backup from your discard pile. Blitz, if you have 2 or more backups, on your stage, your rival commits 2 foundations. If you have 4 or more backups in your stage, commit a rival foundation. So this is just another fancy way of, you didn't attack any of my backups, so now pay for it. I'll build 1 in. Hey, look, it suddenly magically starts as 4, so I'm going to say you commit to it, and then I'm going to point and click and make you commit 1. It's just too good of stun. Like, yes, there are ways to stop it now, there's really no other interaction that this card really wants other than just to have backups on the field. And if you feel like you're ever short one, or if you need that extra one to like go ahead and form and get them transformed, it's a good poke opportunity, or just one to throw out there just because of the blitz ability of just being able to build one. Then you have the 4 diff Deadly Pitch. There is 4 of them that I have in this deck. That just simply is a 4 diff 3 difficulty check, 3 mid for 5 plus 2 mid block, range titan. It just simply says blitz. If you have 2 or more ranged attacks in your card pool, draw a card. You're gonna find very quickly the theme of this deck is it's just gonna have a lot of ranged attacks in it, because we like drawing cards in this house. Hey, speaking of ranged attacks, here's a really good one that I found very, very helpful in a lot of matchups that I had tonight with Instant Shining Flash. That says respond, make your rival spend a foundation, flip your next card you attempt to play gets -1 difficulty. So lead off with this, make this a 4 diff instead of a 5 diff. If you really wanted to, make that a 12 diff if you really wanted to. And then, by God, there's a lot of characters out there that really rely on momentum in this meta right now. So it's just nice to be able to like, you don't need that. Go ahead and spend that bad boy for me. Then you have the 5 diff as a 3 of, in this one, the Titan pile that just says this attack gets +2 damage for each Titan backup in your stage. So you just stack your 4 backups and say, look, I'll give it +8 damage as a simple little Fury attack. Then, what's playing Zeke without playing his Ultra Rare, starting with the Beast Titan's attack? That says 7 difficulty, 4 check, 6 mid for 8, +1 high block with a shift range Titan keywords. That simply says blitz, sacrifice 1 asset or backup. This attack gains throw. Nothing like a very speedy throw that's going to come in with a metric ton of damage. So it's like either block and commit a bunch of stuff, or take the 8 or however many I pump it up to. Then it transforms onto the Beast Titan, which is a 7 stamina unique. This says form, lose 3 stamina, add 1 ranged attack from your discard pile to your hand. And then enhance, lose 1 stamina, this ranged or Titan attack hits +2 damage. So if you have this out on the field and you happen to be flipped over to the good old Beast Titan side, now everything comes in at +2, +4 if you really wanted it to go that way. And then the final attack that I have here for you is his other ultra rare. It is called the Beast Titan's Call, which is a 8 difficulty, 4 check, 6 low for 8, +2 low block with EX3, which is insane. That says response after this attack deals damage, mill X equals the damage dealt. If a Titan backup was milled this way, build it. If a shift Titan attack was milled this way, build it, transform. So your opponent takes 4. Hey, look, I found one of these. I'm going to build it in, transform for free. Or I found a regular Titan. I'm going to go ahead and build it. And it doesn't have a limit to it either. So if you, for instance, tonight I was able to mill 8. I didn't find anything, unfortunately. But there's a world where you could have gone like 2-1 or 2-2 of just regular Titans and then bringing in the shifted Titans. I think it's very vital. If you're going to build Zeke, there's no reason why you shouldn't have the Barrage in your attack lineup. I think it's just too crucial for him to not have it, especially because if he gets to build in that backup for free, which he's looking for when he's on this side, not only to basically draw cards, but he's wanting to transform in this way. So it's really beneficial to have this. I think Instant Shining Flash is also kind of hilarious as well. And then if I were to really pick any of the 2 other cards in it, I really do like the Beast Titan's Call. Just because, again, it's looking for shift and backups, and he needs that. He essentially needs that. So there's your attack lineup for Mr. Zeke. Then we're going to move on to his Titans. So I'm only running 8 Titans in the deck. There's probably a world where you should be running at least 10 of the regular ones, including the unique ones that you get from the 7 diff. So realistically, you're running 14 of them. The one major problem that I had throughout the night is I felt like I wasn't checking enough of these cards, when realistically, you know, there's a foundation in here that I'll get to that says go ahead and mill 1 and then pick it up if you find it. So I think this deck really needs a lot of these kind of random crappy Titans, just to be able to just say, I'm just going to pick this up and build it in for free as best I can. But the ones that I have in here, I have the 2 to 3 meter Titan class, which is 3 stamina, 1 difficulty, 5 check, plus 2 high block. This is enhanced commit, loses stamina for plus 2 speed. You can never say no to speed. I also have the rank of Titans, which essentially does the same thing, but it's damage instead of speed. So it gets this one gives plus 2 speed, this one gives plus 2 damage. Then you have the Under Titans orders, which is the 3 diff. This is commit, this attack gets minus 3 damage. This backup loses a stamina. Let me tell you how bad having this builds out when you're playing against Bakugo, who says, yeah, go ahead and lower my damage just so I can pump it up even more, dummy. And then I have the 4 diff small Titan attack that says, after you block with this card, build it at the end of your combat phase, and then lose the stamina for plus 1 or minus 1 speed. So this is probably the essential one, just because you get to build it in for free after you block it. And then otherwise after that, it's whatever you can find just to kind of throw in here, as it's eventually going to be cannon fodder when you come over to this side and you're now just deleting out your Titans. Like that's all they are to him. It's just literal cannon fodder. But definitely the 4 diff for sure. Now, on to the foundation lineup, which I found to be very good. I don't think there was a problem that I had with the foundations. I think literally it's just because you need more pink cards in this deck, and I don't think 8 is enough. But the foundation, I'm running one of Masho's. I mean, how can you go wrong with, saying, oh, I'll go ahead and cancel that, especially for a lot of characters that want to draw cards. How could you go wrong with that, right? Then I have 2 of Incredible Display to be able to pick up a block, or to cancel if I've already used Masho's and I need something to cancel with. That's my thing to cancel with. Syndicate Target was really good for me tonight. It saved me a couple of times, especially with the sneaky low attacks that you see in the game. Especially for a 0 diff, it's a must-have in any life deck, in my opinion, or on any of its symbols. I don't think it's really that bad, so just lose a health unless you're literally on that one. But otherwise, it's not that big of a deal, right? Then you have Fast Friendship, which is flip for minus 2 speed. If you have more face downs, it's minus 3 speed instead, so it's very good defense there. Even more defense with resting up. This is really good on his side, especially if you form at the beginning of your turn, because it says it gives minus 2 speed, but if your character's committed, it's minus 3 speed instead. So if you have this out on the board, but you're not able to transform, but you want to go ahead and rip some cards off the top of your deck just to be able to draw, this will really help you defensively for that matter. Easily one of the best cards in the deck, high value target. Oh man, I don't have enough foundations, but look at this. I magically have 6 right here, even though you're only looking at a printed 3. I magically have 6 foundations here. This one combos very well with one of the next foundations I'll show you, but this one, Defensive Plea. It's a 1 div 4 check. This is flip after you block, build the card you blocked with face up or face down. So this may be very situational, right? But allow me to show you what it combos with, which is kind of weird that I have 4 of these in the deck. But I have 4 of the manipulations of Zeke Yeager, which is a 5 diff, 5 check, plus 2 mid block. That says enhanced mill 1. If the card you milled this way is a ranged or Titan, add this to your hand. Deadlock form, flip, add 1 ranged or Titan from your discard pile to your hand. So you have this on the board. You have one of these in your hand. You go to block with it. You can respond, flip this bad boy over. Now suddenly you have a 5 diff foundation in your staging area. This card is also very, very vital. Like, other than the Rock Barrage, this foundation is extremely vital. Yeah, you're gonna be milling a lot, but like, I don't think you really give 2 craps if you mill something else. You're looking for the pink cards. You're looking for your Titan attacks. And this is the way to kind of sculpt your hand out and either get ready to have a massive build or to go swinging for the fences. and to be able to be like, well, I can try and build this naturally by playing the game, right? Or, hey, look, I've got a couple of these on the board. Let's just build it in for free because the card says I could. So, definitely worth having 4 of these just to have that on the field. Then you also have Defend the City, which is a +1 high block, 2 difficulty 6 check. This is flip. After you've committed any number of foundations due to a rival effect, build the top cover of your deck face down. So, oh no, you stunned me. I'll flip and build these 2 in. Now it's kind of like, if you guys remember from set 1, it can't be fixed. It's kind of like that, but it has like the extra step where, you know, all you have to do with it can't be fixed is just go ahead and stun it and then build the thing. You have to flip this one. But this is also a very good vital just because, like, he's a wall deck. He kind of wants to build out a billion foundations as fast as he can, just so he can play like these massive attacks and just go all in on his string. Number 10 Pro Hero, it's a +1 high block and a 6 diff, or 6 check, excuse me. On its symbols, it's a definite must-have. You have to have that in here. Then I have what I'm calling the Recovery Girl hack as a 2 of, called Last Second Rescue, which is respond, flip, spend more momentum. After you take damage, gain X health. X equals the damage taken. If X is greater than 5, sacrifice this foundation. Oh, you're gonna do like a 20 damage throw at me. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take that, spend a momentum, sacrifice this bad boy. I didn't take anything. I actually healed it all back. This is a good card to end somebody's attack string, especially if they've gone like 3 or 4 attacks deep and they think they got you and they're not really paying attention to your board state, and you need to say slam dunk, just kidding. And then the last and final foundation I have in here is Keiko's Aid, which is when you block something, flip, their next difficulty is an extra +2. So this is the please stop attacking me. I really beg you, please, I beg you to stop attacking me card. Overall, playing the deck tonight, it was fun. That's the important part, right? The whole event was fun. My locals was great. Everybody had a good time with it. It was one of those decks, when I showed up with it today, everybody went, what in the holy hell are you doing? Like, what is this hot mess? And it went 0-3. Like, is it good? No. Does it need some tuning up? Absolutely. But was it an absolute blast to play? 10 out of 10 recommend. If you want a good time and you want to kind of think outside the box a little bit and really think about what you're doing as far as, like, man, is it funny to kill somebody on this side? Or do I have the courage to form and then look at my opponent and say, you've got to kill me in one turn, right? But yeah, definitely had a lot of fun with it tonight. Like I said, if you want to guarantee yourself to go 0-3, highly recommend this deck list, which I will have in the description down below, where you can click on the link and it'll give you the full list all the way from top to bottom. And if you want to build it yourself and go 0-3 at your locals, hey, have a go at it. But thank you guys for watching the video today. I really do appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you would do change-wise for the deck, how you think you would do with the deck, and if there's anything that you feel spicy tech-wise that maybe we just need to put into the deck and just kind of forget about the whole gimmick that he's doing with the backups. Maybe there's something funnier that we could be doing. But with that being said, thank you so much, friends, for hanging out. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.